So normally for another horse it wouldn't be too much right bend, but for him he needs to have better control of the left shoulder. Yeah, better crossing. If he's unsteady, just stay steady. Yep. Yep. Okay, one more again. When he has too much head up, try first to make a space with the rein so that he can unknot himself. Good, so we turn. Oh, sorry, yeah, I think you're going to turn there on the centre line again for me. Yes, give left a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Push into the right fist. Yeah, I think your main issue was the turn, and once you've established that, the rest is not so difficult. Let's go into a different direction. But principally, I felt what made him upset was the extra right, and even here, a little bit too much right neck bend, and then he goes stiff in the back and tight. Okay, so we need to do a circle left, and then we'll come down the centre line, and from the right leg, the leg yield. When he's fine, when he's lined up, you can by all means do more ground cover or put a bit more energy in. But when he gets himself in a knot, just give him a little bit of space. Okay. Yeah, better this way. I'd like you to do it again, however, and see if you can turn him with less bend on the half circle. Now the reason is, normally not too much of a problem, but if you're going to then do a leg yield the opposite way, you need to not confront yourself with too much bend at the start. And on your own, really ask yourself, is he in the outside rein of these movements with a slightly lighter feel? Ooh, I'm holding my breath. Come again. I like the turn, but he was too much bend. Good. Turn, half halt right, half halt right, half halt right, and then from the right. Yep, and give right. So from this way, the leg yield is a lot better. Let's go back to the difficult way again, because this is more connected. Better turn. Yeah. Keep the right rein, keep the right rein. Yep. Okay. So I need you, I wanted to see from C end, before we have a break, I want to see you come from the other direction, down the centre line, and then leg yield from the left leg. And I need to see it with the change of rein. Good. This is like when you come round here, he's completely lined up in the whole of his body. Okay, this is the A end, but I'll let you off. Give left, push. Okay, so I need you to come, yeah, from the other direction at C, because I can see it better from there. So just do a little loop round somewhere. Don't bend his neck first. This is a small point, but I feel that the first aid that comes to him to change direction is the inside rein, and you need to think whole body riding. This is better, this is good. Oh, I love that turn. Well done. Yeah. Make a little space if there's a resistance. Might be on the outside rein you have to make the space sometimes. Well done, have a break. He could be a little lighter on the inside rein. Not necessarily bent more, but you know, a little lighter. So what we'll do, stay in the canter. You've got two choices. You can either do a circle that gets smaller and then plie out, or you could do an inner track and then just plie across, just to get him lighter on your inside rein. Not bent more, but just a bit lighter. Yep. Notice how he's difficult to turn. When we watch him coming towards us, he slides slightly to the right. So think of the corridor of the aids. It should be the feeling you can give him retake and he'll stay on the same track you intended. But what happens is his body weight goes too much on the left set of legs and he slides to the right. Sorry, I'm back to front. Too much to the right set of legs and then he slides to the right. So you could try, that's better. Well done with the idea of the wrong bend moment. Yeah, and just feel he will go to the left. Yeah, and then bigger canter and bigger circle. Okay, I suggest you go large, and I'd be interested to see an on and back in the canter just to see what happens. Oh, this is better quality. When he goes slower, he tends to break the quality of the canter. Release, and then on again if he's safe. Yep. Super. Super. So okay, he's got a bit on the hand, but the legs are better. Good. Just repeat a couple more times. He says, I've got the energy, what do you want to do with it? Good. Now, rather than dampen the energy down, when you've done one of those ons, just put a 20-metre circle in. He's got so much energy. Good. Okay, so put the circle in and imagine you still got that energy and that freedom. Keep giving back a little bit. Good. If he's a little stiff to the left or right, bend him a fraction that way, but for a microsecond. Energy. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. So you've got to unbrace that neck, which he's so good at bracing. Good. And just show him sometimes that there's space. Good. Now keep going forwards. Yeah. Because you see he gets a little lazy. Yes, this is it. So we've got to build a bit more suppleness and not let him think of the rein just organising him. Very good. Yep. Energy. Until the neck lets go. And then when it gets right, make sure both hands are really silent and with him. Good. And seat then and leg are the only aids. Keep going. Leg when he goes above the bit. And then follow with the elbows now. So it might feel as if it's a bit long and lowish, but let me see the obvious difference, like on a lecture demo, that he's either bracing or he's through and down. And leg. This feeling. Good. You need to do some mileage in that canter where he's really through, even though he's a bit deeper than a competition. Good. Let's see the other direction. We'll get to the transitions. You know, he has learnt to have good balance, and sometimes he uses a stiffness to maintain the balance. So we have to complement it with a bit more energy. Good. Good. Interesting, not as much forwards this way, but it's okay. We're just taking him out of his habits, his comfort zone. Too much right bend for me. And back again. Good. Now you come on a circle and try and find the two differences again. I know you're having to cope with this, but it'll be worth it. Give. Yep. Make sure he's not sliding to the outside too much. Good. Good. But I need him to know where neutral is. And then overgive on the outside as well. Yep. That's it. Lovely. That's good. Have a break. Halt walk and a nearly halt walk. So do not halt. And I want you to get to the preparation point for the halt where the steps are short, he's bringing more weight back, and you will get these interruptions in flow. So the reason that we're doing this bigger walk, smaller walk, and especially the smaller one, is to almost provoke the problem of the resistance in front, the stiffening in the jaw and the neck, so that we can deal with it without taking the problem fully into the halt transition. Also what helps is that he starts to learn, and just keep repeating this for me, he starts to learn that when the jaw is resistant, that he gets assistance from the leg. And when his jaw is good, okay, we try no halts though, we just want the nearly halts, that when the jaw is good, all the aiding, don't bend him right, the whole aiding system is quieter, don't bend him right. Good. Now stay in the creepy walk and see how difficult, you see how unbalanced he is? Stay in the creepy walk. Now that doesn't mean to say it's no energy walk, it means that the energy's been converted into up energy and small step energy. Good. And if he goes on the left rein heavy, then left leg, right rein heavy, then right leg. And feel the rib cages as much as possible, not bulging out to the left and putting your leg on the fence, but keeping him in the corridor of the aids. This is better. Now see if you can go smaller again. I love this. See, he overreacts. So maybe with your seat you need to do less and just make the seat move a little bit more, but in a smaller swing. Yeah. Good. Small again. Good. Now this is part of your homework until you feel that he accepts the variation in the walk. When he next comes right, you can let him go into a more pleasant walk for him. Steady, don't go yet. Explain to him that he has to come through from behind and lift you up. Resist by all means. Yep, yep. And then when he's good, you can let yourself swing and the flow can cover more ground. Good. And then make sure he's ahead of the leg when you want him to be. And then we go through the process again. So if we can get this right in the walk and in the trot, bend him right, in the walk and in the trot, then the withers start to come more uphill. All right, this looks prouder. Well done. Because he's very good at, this is the best. He looked like a proud sort of horse, just placing the feet down and not pushing them down or landing heavy. Yes, he needs to be a little bit softer as he comes down the corner and he's falling to the left. So it's left leg to push him back in the corridor of the aids. Yep, and now go quiet. So then the reins are equal. Good. Okay, so when you next get one of the smaller walks, you can try the halt. But if you ever find the preparation is an issue, don't go fully into the transition. Take another step. That's it. Yeah, because if we're not careful, he thinks of halt as a cut-out sort of transition rather than an engaging transition. Very nice. Okay, let's go and try it the same. Trot to walk. Now you're welcome to try some trots to walks, and if they don't work so well, we do trot, nearly walk, trot. This will be in sitting. And he'll drive you mad probably because he'll lean on you and he'll try all sorts of things. This is an obedient transition. Don't bend him right. You're going to get fed up with me saying that. Yeah, well, we can see from our end how wiggly a worm he is, you see. Okay, again. And I can see what's happening. You ask him to trot, he doesn't go, does he? So yeah, because it's quite difficult to engage rather than push off and go big. Right, stay in the small trot. I can see from here he's got quarters in, so that's it. So you need to bring the forehand in. Good. Now stay in the small trot. Now gently and carefully, so I don't know how he's going to react. See if you can gently diminish the trot with ground cover, but tap him a little bit on the croup. I just want to see his reaction. I don't want to buck you off, so let's just experiment. Oh, I thank you. Yeah, yeah, and try again. Very important you keep him straight. So it's a bit like a Piaf idea, but it's to do with straightness and control. But we're not doing a real Piaf, of course. Don't put this on the way past. Thank you. Good. So a little tap on his bottom until you feel the reins wash out. Good. Touch. Try and get it over his bottom, not on his side. Pat him when you get the feeling right, like now maybe. Yeah, when he hangs out of your seat like a puppet on a string, then the neck should feel like it hangs and the legs support you with just the up and down feeling. There you have it. Now first of all you get a lot of disturbances in the head and neck because obviously he's not very strong at this, etc. But as the neck and head get better, it's a symptom that the body's getting stronger. Don't bend him right. Left leg. The minute he deviates slightly sideways, we lose our up through the wither feeling. Now, gradually, you can ask the trot a bit more forwards, and then we just do a little on. We're not doing medium trot, but just a nice trot where the rein feels good. This is lovely. I would have followed a bit.
Okay.
Feel how soft your elbow is.
She's riding.
Okay, this is very nice looking. Very nice, very nice. So you've got a little bit more height now. Good, and not so much push. Good. Okay, then smaller trot. You can rise if you don't bend him right. Okay, good. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Energy, energy, energy. If he needs mental space, you can give him the rein that's light. Touch, touch, touch. And then give left because he needs the left as well. Well done. Good, and then let him, the reward is a bit more ground cover. Well done. Okay, and then when we next come back, we're thinking about doing the travel. This is very nice. Let him enjoy himself there. You see, this is really nice. Look at that lovely neck coming. Very good. He's so relieved after the difficult trot to have this trot. When you're ready, then we'll try a walk. Put your shoulder blades together. We'll try a walk transition. So we make the transition when the mouth, come again, when the mouth is lighter. So come again. So the half halt, the preparation has to be accepted. And in that, there won't be a big window of opportunity. That was nice, thank you. That's what we want. We want the smaller step temporarily to get us into the walk. And any time that the resistance is in the preparation, don't do the walk, but teach him the preparation. And only walk when there's not a mouth issue. Well ridden, but it's a bit tricky. If he wants to bring his neck down, he can a little bit, but not when he's on the hand. Again, forward. So in other words, no transition when he's leaning. Make sure a little half walks on the left. This might be the last one. Get ready. If you can't give left into the transition, that was better, he's not soft enough. So he's often bent right, so we know the left brain's a bit stronger. So you have to wait for the window on the left hand to be available. And then he doesn't have to be short into the walk as long as he's carrying his own bit on the left hand. Looks good, and then the seat aid. Wait, I wouldn't go because he's short of the neck and he needs the hand too much. The neck come down. Give right if you have to. Yep. Touch this a little bit. Yep. Touch. So this is not a lack of energy, this is a conversion of energy. Yeah, now walk. Yes, right idea. Long rein, let me think about it. But you know, I'm just saying to you that all your transition issues are not about the do with the pulling in front, just give them either a bit more leg or a tap. And keep the canters on a circle. Well done. Good. I'm very impressed. I know you've got a little small issue, but it's coming. Little tap. Show him when you feel that he comes through from behind and he's nice in the mouth. Show him a give and retake. So you're absolutely confirming to us and to him that he's on his own. When you think it's really good, I wouldn't give for so long because you lost him through the back. When it's really good, make the trot transition. We'll look at that. Okay, try again. So he's obedient, but he fell off the hocks. Okay, so now we stay on the circle. We do a small on and back, but no trot. So a little bit on, so we have something to come back from. Little tap. Absolutely. And then back. And then on. So I'm not keeping him back for the moment very long in time, so I just need to see what he does. And back. Half halt. Outside rein. Outside rein lock. Good. When you next do the comeback, somewhere during the comeback, do a moment's wrong bend, so I can see how it affects the shoulder. So we come back first, and then a little bit wrong bend, then show him with the right rein that you can give the rein. That's better. Yeah, this is more weight back now. Yeah, good. Okay, and trot. Not when he's hollow. I liked the step length, this was improved. And I like this trot, this is better. And he looks straighter. Good. So in any canter, to know that you can get either small bend really tells you the shoulders are under control. And if he's down on the shoulders, then often they're not straight, and the small wrong bend can help to lift the shoulder. So try again, wrong bend, right leg, and then reward him on the right. Yep. And when he feels, bad luck, when he feels really good and not leaning over to the outside leg and rein in a negative way, then you can make your trot. Because here, for example, lovely canter, but he's sliding to the right. So I know if he goes to trot, he's going to do a little bit of a big trot. So when I know I can get either bend, especially the outside, and that he accepts it, not that he does it and he's stiff, so right leg, and yep, persevere, and then reward, then you can make your trot as he straightens. That was it, yeah, right idea. Sorry it's hard for you, but this horse will teach you a lot of patience. Right, does that make sense to you, Mariana? You know, I'll forgive you a little bit too much right neck bend. The only reason that I'm worried about the extra right neck bend is because it works against you when you're on the other direction and you have less left bend. So think wrong bend, because he's falling to the left, and then he goes on the shoulders. I don't like the turn. Sorry, I'm not going to let you get away with it. Go and do it again. So right, let me put it this way, Mariana, that when you do a turn, a simple turn onto C or A, you're actually setting up for a canter pirouette one day. And this one you did at our end was just falling through the outside shoulder, nearly. Okay, it was better than it was this end. Let's just go into the loo now to help you out. Okay, so stay in the counter canter. Now here's some exercises for you. Without changing lead, see if you can make a mind and try to be on the track. So this is part of it. You can cut the corners. See if you can show me a minor wrong bend for a moment or two, and then back to normal bend. So it's just like true canter. We can get both bends. Good. And yeah. And then if he wishes to lengthen his neck by another inch, that's absolutely fine. Good. Then we try the next test. Can we do a little bit of medium type canter and collect before the corner? Okay, so we have quarters to the right, forehand to the left. So what we have to think of again is the straightness. So when you're doing counter canter, we want the shoulders of the horse to be nearer the fence, so when the judge looks at it, they know that it's not quarters out. Keep going. Careful of too much right bend. Forehand out, forehand to the fence. Forehand. Yeah, that's homework. Well done, you did it. And when we say that, funnily enough, the more neck bend you have, sometimes the less control you have over the withers. So that this looks like quarters out a bit. So you have to use left rein a little bit more to the wither, and the angle of the horse in the canter does not have to, bad luck, does not have to have as much neck bend. You all right?
Yeah.
I'm just being a bit tough here because I need to show you lots of stuff.
Be tough.
So, just other leg, or do this leg if you wish, it's fine. Yeah, do this one if you like. No. Come again. Falling to the right. More jump. Go large. I'd wake the canter up a little bit and get your medium type canter because you've got several issues going on. So refresh it. And by the way, he likes a little bit of quarters out this way by the look of the shadow on his body. Okay, and jump. Too much neck bend. Yep. Always hard to keep him straight. Okay. Half halt. Sit up. Nearly. Come again. You're very nearly there. I think he can do it slightly better still. Think wrong bend. Change your mind. When his weight is back, turn him. Right, try again. Not a problem. This is part of it. Turn again. No, come again. Come again. I tell you what, do one of those walk turns we did just a moment ago, you know, where you get him off the right shoulder and you give the right rein. And you pat him with the right every time that the right shoulder goes forwards and the right foot goes forwards, so he gets his freedom on the right. And he lets you in on the right seat bone until it gets a little bit quicker. Giving right, really giving right, like a little look. That's good. There you have it. Now he's doing it on his own. That is what I'm looking for. All the time you're having to ride so much, he's not trained. It's just that you're trained. Right, okay, let's try the left canter. Careful of the bend. Okay. So give and retake, and then do your turn. Back. Okay, it's okay, you try. Yeah, okay, if you hope a bit longer, that's fine. Not too much neck bend. So our first job, obviously keep the counter canter. Second job, can we get either bend, but we must keep the legs in a good rhythm. We mustn't have them too, you know, struggling. Okay, and then to the right. And then back to the left a little bit, but not too much left bend. Push, push. So I'm worried about the canter disintegrating. Try medium canter, and I'm still worried about too much bend. So on the next long side try. So two stuck in the neck. Good. And now seat and push him. Go. Now we have a decent sequence of legs. You've got to keep that decent sequence of legs. Better. Go. going. Keep going. Yep. Good. Okay, next long side, show me the small change of bend. Doesn't have to last long. Up straight first. And now back. This was good. Well done. Had a crooked start, but then the bend was easy. Good. Next long side, show me you can give and retake both reins. This is for his sake, so he knows there's a gap in the aiding. And then we do it again on the next long side for give and retake. Now would be good because yeah, lovely. So he gets a bit of peace. It's very straight when you gave the reins, and he didn't have too much left bend when you gave the reins. He went back to the natural shape of where his bend should be. One more. Now, lovely. Good. Okay, and then we'll have a break. Well done. And notice when he comes to trot, he doesn't burst forth. You know. So there's a lot of good work you can do in the counter canter because you know he has a lot to learn in it. And I think the theme is on a lot of this lesson is not to just rely on the neck bend to get certain movements. You know, even doesn't matter which way in the counter canter you go, he or you favours too much neck bend. And I'm relating that to coming off the forehand and giving you a lighter mouth, is that it has to be in that corridor of the eight again. So he needs a nice break. You know, you're a good enough rider, at least you can keep your counter canter and do things in it. You know, a lot of people can't keep the counter canter, so you're not at the real basic level. But I think also it's easy for him to get so focused on his stiffness, or maybe you also, or in his jaw and his neck, that if you give a horse other things to think about, like going on and back or changing the bend, it diverts their attention rather than struggling. I mean, regarding the walk canter walk, I think I'd rather that you practice the other things and then he gets better with those, and then we do that another time. But you know, you have improved him since last time. Every time. Yeah. And so we'll do to us, that was alright.
Yeah.